The day is finally here. And I'm very grateful. Through a lot of calls and a lot of encouragement from different friends and different supporters in the past, they said, would you please, would you consider this race? And to be honest with you, I was enjoying my time off. And the more we kept looking at different candidates, and Jason kind of stole just a little bit of thunder there. Just kidding, Jason. The more we kept looking, the more we thought, we've heard this before. And one of the main things that I've heard over and over again in every campaign, and everywhere I go across this state, and everywhere I go across this nation as I travel, Philadelphia just recently, Maryland, North Carolina, and they tell me the same thing. Every person that gets in office, eventually they change. There's something about the water up there, they say, or there's something about the halls of the Capitol that they change and they don't actually keep the promises that they committed to while they were in the state or federal legislature. We haven't done that. Talking is easy. But whether you're a Democrat, or whether you're a Republican, or whether you're an independent, we're all in this together. And I think many of us, especially the conservative Democrats, conservative independents, conservative Tea Party people, I'm so grateful for that movement, because the Tea Party movement and the more people that are involved, Thomas Jefferson said this, he said, whenever the people are well informed, they can be trusted with their own government. And so the more people that get involved with this great state, with this great nation, actually the happier and the more encouraged that I am. Right now we have to ask ourselves at this point and juncture in our nation's history, which path are we going to take? Is it going to be a continued path on the road to socialism? Or is it going to be a continued path, or change the path back to the path of freedom? We've been hearing the mantra for a year now of hope and change. And yet over and over again, we have more government bailouts, which the people obviously do not want. We have a healthcare system that is definitely in a shambles and will be even more so if we continue to let government run the show on healthcare. There's not too many things the government does efficiently. And anytime someone promises something from you, a politician, hang on to your pockets, because they're taking money out of your pocket to pay for it with a huge handling fee. Some of the things that we will be talking about, we're going to be talking a lot about policy this race. Some of the things are going to be taxes and spending. Government should be held accountable for the spending that it has. Sure, we have plenty of ways to tax people, and we'll be advocating the fair tax. There'll be things about the fair tax that I think that needs to be tweaked to make it better. But let's talk about spending. Spending keeps going up and up. And to pay for the programs that the government are trying to create, what do? They print more money. Now, economics will tell you, if you want something to be more valuable, you just don't print more of it. You have to do what's right economically for the people. We need to audit the Fed. A transparent government, free people deserve that. And with an arm of the Federal Reserve, that's no exception. I will be one of those who actually stand and willing to audit the Federal Reserve. Healthcare. From now on, and I've heard this from all over America, there has been 60th vote blanche that has been almost the deciding vote on almost anything the Obama administration wants. And we've seen it over and over again. Well, the people of Arkansas, as we've traveled today, a good crowd in Texarkana, as Jason said, and in Fort Smith. There'll be, I'm sure, a big one at home, also in Jonesboro, later this evening. As I've talked to people all over America, and they've called me, they say, the people of Arkansas need to do something about her continually being the rubber stamp for this administration's agenda. Well, as I've traveled around Arkansas, I can guarantee you this election isn't about me, it's about the movement of freedom, and it's up to you to get us elected. I can't do all the work. In 2004, we tried that. We worked and we worked. We had a lot of people that helped. Seth, you know what I'm talking about? We had a lot of people that helped, and we're very grateful for that. But now, we all realize that even though we got so close, we still have to go over the edges. We have to go over the top. If every person would have just given $5 of the 458,000 people that voted for us, we'd have had 2.29 million. It's time for people in America and in Arkansas to take ownership of this country. We cannot do it alone. Of course, pro-life, we've always been 100% pro-life. NRA, the gun rights, Second Amendment, 100% rating with them as well. Sovereignty, I would never do anything to jeopardize the sovereignty of this great nation or put them under an arm of a United Nations national control. Immigration, I think there's many of you here know that even when some in my own party, the establishment, wanted to give scholarships to people that are here illegally, and this is one of the things that I've asked many people over and over about that issue, is if they work hard for a scholarship, and one of your children work hard for a scholarship, and a war happens to the point that it escalates to the point of a draft, who gets called up? It's the citizen. And I've yet had anybody to ever say, oh, wait a minute, because they know, see, this isn't about color, it was about a commitment to a country. And I'm a veteran. I was a linguist and an analyst at the National Security Agency and a watch officer during the Cold War, had the highest classification of under three presidents, Reagan, Bush, and Clinton. And I cannot sit back and be willing to die for my country and know that American citizens are willing to die for their country and give benefits to people that are not willing to be committed or possibly die for this country. It was the right thing to do then and now. We had this brought to us the other day, and I thought this was pretty interesting, and I'd like to see a lot more of this. This says, Pappy's Not Made in China barbecue sauce. You know, it's really funny, but at the same time, it says without the lead paint too. Isn't that good? It's funny in some degree, but at the same time, we have got to do something with government to get them out of our hair so that we can actually encourage businesses to thrive in America again and in Arkansas. This now is a targeted seat. The Republican Party has to ask themselves this question. Do we have enough time, as I said before? Do we have enough time to wait or to play Russian roulette, so to speak, with someone we don't really know for sure how their voting record is going to be like? Or worse, we've seen what their voting record is going to be like, and it's been more about raising more taxes and empowering government. There's only one candidate, and I'm just giving you a progress report. There's only one candidate in this race that's actually stayed the course. And I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't. It really goes to the ethical character that my grandfather taught me. I was born in 1903. It goes to my background. It goes to my friends. It goes to my accountability partners that have always helped us, and I've not forgotten where I've come from. And for that, I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you for showing up today. You know, as never before, America needs someone that will go to D.C. and will fight. Our record has been that, and it will continue to be that. So help me God. Now, I will fight because America is worth fighting for. God bless you.